today. Just getting slightly rained on. But we're getting slightly rained on in Argentina. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to do this one a little bit slightly different than we normally do it, just at a high-level overview of the country, Argentina, and everything else, so let's dive in. So one, a little bit less material, a little bit more floaty, if you will. Politically, Argentina remains, pretty close to U.S. and just Western democracies in general, right? So they're very capitalist, not big friends of Venezuela, which has been getting a lot of attention of late, as well as Cuba. Additionally, they sit in the lithium triangle. Obviously, that is incredibly in vogue and important right now, as critical minerals and rare earths remain to be the linchpin of most economies, technologies, defense, etc. Now, lithium triangle is a little bit misleading. It's a lot more than just, that rare earth or that critical mineral. Lithium, they're talking about copper, talking about all sorts of different stuff. Next is telecom. We touched on this a little bit in the video below, so definitely check that out. Chinese-made telecom equipment remains to be pretty much widely used in the country. I did not expect to get such a quick introduction to just how widely used Huawei stuff is. Let me show you guys in the hotel that I'm staying at. Yeah, there it is. Zoom on in. You can see it, Huawei. Pretty wild. The U.S. is staged to upend that a little bit. Again, check out the video below, touch on them more. Argentina is mostly a commodities-based or agricultural-based export economy. You can see this below: soy, corn, wheat, a little bit of crude, bovine, whatever, lithium. We already touched on those. Most of the top 5 are agricultural products. And on the flip side of that, what are they importing? So they're using all this cash to buy parts and accessories, capital goods, intermediate goods, industrials, these kind of things, essentially the things that you need to build an economy, to build a nation. It would just not be a video about Argentina unless you talked about the Argentinian peso, the national currency, obviously. So in the video below, you can see the why the U.S. infused about 20 billion US dollars into the Argentinian economy. Two different things play into their currency issues, inflation being one of them, mistrust in the currency itself, and the institutions behind them is another, as well as rapid printing of the currency. Does that sound familiar? They, however, are not the central reserve currency of the globe, and so you can see what happens when that is not the case. Bringing all these pieces together, Argentina regionally is an incredibly important country, has a lot of materials, really good exports for foodstuffs, and politically very aligned with Western democracies. Let's keep it going. I think this is all good stuff. All right, like, subscribe for more.